Good evening, people. Good evening, all. I left this place because I just I gave birth then, and I'm back. I'm back. So today we're gonna be doing a lot. It's a series. We are doing a series, and we're gonna be talking on some topic that is facing our society today. It's let me use the word. It's a pandemic eating up our society gradually. And some of this pandemic is actually catching up with our teenagers from the age of 13 to 18, 25. Those young ones, it's actually catching up with them. Who am I talking about? I'm talking about the boy child. I love to, okay, my name is Stella Marie Society, and I'm advocate for the boy child. I create awareness, changing the old narrative that our boys doesn't need to really be educated um, or prepared for marriage. When I mean education, I'm not talking about going through the four walls of university or going through school. I'm talking about preparing our boys for the world ahead. Just the way we prepare our guests for marriage, the way we prepare our boys for marriage, do we prepare our guests for marriage. We need to start preparing our boys. We need to start fighting for these boy children. We need to start giving them voices. We need to start making them know that they are important. We need to start making them know that your emotions is valid. You are free to be vulnerable. You are free to express how you feel. You're free. You're free. You don't need to bottle up your emotions. So many of our men are bottled up their emotion that they can't even communicate when you're angry. I read a post on Instagram today, and I think it was carried by Istanbul or so. And the person wrote, "When my husband and I have argument, he doesn't talk to me. He just go to message and type long WhatsApp or text message to me." And I laughed, and in that message, people are like, "His maturity." I see a damaged childhood from that man. He cannot look at the wife face to face to have a conversation without feeling, oh, they'll feel I'm weak, they'll feel I'm emotional. We have taught our boys' children to bottle up their emotions. We have so many domestic abuse going on out there. This one killed the wife. And sometimes when I come across this thing on social media, it breaks my heart to the bone. If we want our girl children to live in the same world and fall into the hands of good men, we need to start creating them. We need to start teaching those men. We need to start making sure that our children will be safe in the hands of these boys. How do we do that? We need to start training the boy child. We need to start telling them that the only thing you sometimes we tell our boy children that the only thing you have to do is to provide, to get money and provide for your family. Being a man is more than just paying the bills. Being a man is more than just providing and sending money financially. Are you there with your presence? Does your children look up to you as a father? Fathering your child does not mean you give birth to them. Do you know what father would actually entail? It's not about paying the bill. Father will protect, they give identity. Finance is just a main bedroom, it's just the foundation. There are other things that come in place. So these are the topics I'm going to be tackling. And I want you to come up with your questions. I want you to share. I want you to invite your friends. It's going to help us a whole lot. It's going to be mind blowing and educative. We're going to be talking on raising strong boys in a broken world. When I mean strong boys, I'm not talking about those that believe in strong boys the other way in quotes. I'm talking about raising sound-minded children, raising children who can face the test of time, raising children who are mentally balanced, raising boys who can think positively, raising boys who can look at a girl without disdain, without using your eye to strip them naked, looking at a boy without looking at your girl child and say, "Oh, you're beautiful," without them labeling the girl like, "Ah, he's just flirting with me," or without when a boy, at least raising boys who can tell their children, "I love you." Oh, you look beautiful, you're amazing, you can do it. That is the kind of people we want to raise, and that's what we're going to be talking about. Don't tell our boys, some children, I see some children before, they'll tell the boy child, "Ah, you they cry, why would you cry? Boys don't cry." Who said that? At least the creation, we all know about the creation. When God was creating man, I did not see where he put thou shalt not cry. I did not see where he put thou shalt not be emotional. I did not see where he put grow up and become a robot and be strong. Men, you see some men talk and my heart beat. Men is strong, oh. Man, not they talk what they do. Men no need to talk about their feelings. And that is why we're having problems in society today. Some of the men have lost their identity in the process of pressure from society, all in the name of you be man now, you be man now, and they bottle it up. And when they are back, and when the emotion come in place, they burst. And when they burst, they become a disaster because they are not permitted to talk. They are not permitted to grow like other children. They are not trained. They are just left, because I'm a man. A man. Some men believe in man does not do chores. I just as a give birth, the only thing I do, I go to work, I provide for my children. Your mother is there now. How many times have you carried your children's book and flip through it and say, what did you do in school today? Who are your friends? How is it going with you? Are you hurt? Oh, what happened today? Are you giving listening ears to these children? So that is what we are going to be tackling. And today we're going to be talking about drug abuse. There's a pandemic that is hitting our society today. Go to the hospital, we have a lot of kidney failures. I'm not talking about that it's only drug that is causing it, but I'm saying that pandemic is hitting hard in our society. And it's not even really hard, it's starting from our secondary school. They do a whole lot of strong drugs. A whole lot of strong drugs, a whole lot. Like they believe when they smoke, when they drink, makes them a man. And that's what we are going to be talking about. Why many boy children turn to drugs to feel strong and belong. In today's world, many boys are silently battling pressures. They were never taught how to handle from a young age. Society teaches the boy child to be strong, man up, suppress emotion. Unfortunately, it is often misdefined, not as emotional stability or responsibility, but as toughness, dominance, and control. When a boy cannot naturally live up to expectation, he begins to look for alternatives. He begins to find his comfort and solace in drugs, believing when I take it, I had enough. I've been opportune to teach some students. I've been opportune to teach some students, and I asked them, why do you think people smoke colos? Why do you think our teenagers take drugs? Why do you think our teenagers do drugs so much that it's eating deep into the society? And they say, to prove that you're a man now, I want to tell people, say you're a man when you want to take those things. And that is a wrong narrative. Being a man does not make you take drugs. Those children that does that is loss of identity. They don't know who they are. They don't know what their identity are. They just grow up and their childhood is snatched from them, taken from them. They make our boy children men at their teenage age. You will see something will happen at home. Our mothers will come for the boys. Well, in the house when this thing happen, and you're not supposed to fight for your brothers, fight for your sisters. Excuse me. Who there will fight for the boy? Who will fight for the boys? You are making them responsible for others at a very tender age when you are supposed to be responsible for them. You make them bottle up all their emotions. You are crying. Are you a man? Say, why would you be crying? Some things will happen. I'm not saying training a girl child is a bad thing. I'm saying if we want our girls' children to be safe in our society, if we want our girls' children to land in the hands of kings, we must start raising these kings and giving the boy child ears and relevance. You will see couples quarreling today, and the next thing we come on social media, and you see them start bouncing the man. And when the man come on social, and maybe something happened, the woman comes to cry. People easily take side with her because normally women are meant to be emotional. But when a man comes online to say how he feels and emotional, people are saying, this one is just doing as if he's not a man. Are you not a man? Come on, man up now. Men don't do this. Men don't talk. Who says so that men does not talk? When we say talk, we do not mean that you should be porous with your talking. Men talk. Men are emotional beings. Men are babies. Men are people. They are humans. Blood flows through that vein, just the way it flows through your girl child. I have a girl child. I have a boy child. I need to train my boy child well so that another person will not damage him outside. I also need to train my girl child so that when you see a boy child that is damaged, he can easily know. So that my girl will be safe in the hands of the people. Because even the devil is dressed as suits. Some persons that are coming from some backgrounds, you think they have been trained. They are not. Zero training, zero upbringing. The only thing they did for them is they have money to go to good schools. These days, our boys are not even giving voice to talk. You ask, if you go to street and we do street evaluation and ask the boys, what's like now, right now, what do you want to be? What do you want? I want to make money. I want to make my mama, I want to make my mother proud. I want to make my mom smile. Excuse me, excuse me. I'm not raising children because I want to make them a source of income at old age. I'm raising children so that when they grow up and be responsible, they know that taking care of the older ones or taking care of their mothers is not a burden on them, but they will do it happily because they have been trained and their childhood will not snatch from them. We are raising children, we are imparting in these children so that they can stand the test of time. They are complaining that how are we raising our boys today? Who's going to take over when we are not raising children these days who are mentally balanced? A boy will want to talk and everybody will start shouting, but when a girl wants to talk, we give them voice. So if we want these boys to our guests to be safe, we need to start changing the narrative and raising our boy child. They need it badly. They need raising. They need good upbringing. They need parental care. They need to be listened to. They need you to tell them, I'm sure that you can talk to me. Our boy children need our fathers to step into their parenting role with the mothers and start parenting these children to live better, to do better. If we don't train our boy child, oh God, it's a disaster waiting to happen because our guests will not be seen. These days, we have cases of so many abuse. This one, that one, that. And those things actually break my mind. Because some people believe to me to be a man, I need to assert control, dominance. I need to man up. Some parents and fathers come home with the way we are training, we are growing up. We're also pushing that narrative to our children. Sorry, I'm not talking about gentle parenting because I don't gentle parent. I do both. I do both the spanking and the gentle parenting. When I talk, you don't listen. I talk again, you don't listen. I spank. And when I spank, I don't just spank and I spank with love. And when I spank, I call you back again and tell you, do you know why I spank you? I must tell you the reason why I spank you. I don't just spank you and let you go. I call you back. Do you know why I spank you? Because you just did this, that. What you did, is it right? Is it good? Is it nice? He will tell me no. So will you do it again? No. So that the child will have it in mind. She doesn't hate me. She's not spanking because she wants to press me down or make me feel. She's spanking out of love because I just did something wrong. And they will tell you, I'm sorry, I will never do it again. So when you want to, when you train your girl child, sometimes when our girls go out, we don't complain. When we complain, you are asked by this time you have not come back. But when our boys go out, we just feel our boy now, and that's why the narratives, that's why there's disaster out there. Our boys are becoming men at teenage. Our boys are becoming men at a very tender age. We are making them men when they are not supposed to be men. We need to train our boys children in love. That's why the rates of drug abuse that is going on out there, if we don't curb it, it's going to be a disaster. Why do these children do drugs? Lack of identity. Because they believe becoming a man, you need to be strong. Becoming a man, you need to do things that are strong. You need to belong to one or two things to make you say you're a strong guy. You need to be a strong guy. You need to be this. But when a child is whole, mentally balanced, he knows that those things does not make him a strong man. He knows that who he is, a perfect identity with the way he was brought up, makes him a man. Caring, emotional, attentive, have identity, lack of inferiority complex. A child that when you look at and talk, you cannot. There's some children you just say, some parents, some children want to talk. Mommy, this is what happened. Shut up, you talk. Shut up. I don't want to hear you. You have taught, sometimes you are killing the child in them. They grew up so sealed. They cannot express themselves. There's so many men who believe telling their children or telling their wives or telling their spouse, I love you now, big deal. I beg you, say I love her, Jerry. Why are you not expressing it? Why are you not saying it? What's so big in I love you? What's so big? Oh, you are perfect. Oh, you're beautiful. Oh, wow, this shirt is nice. What's so big in your affirmation? Why our men shine away from top and they hide under the surface and they hide under the back with drugs? That's what we are going to be talking about. Drugs. Why do these days, it's not even our adult that is not doing drugs. Make I use a broken look and hear me. Not even our adult that do drugs these days. It is our teenagers. And imagine our teenagers now doing drugs now. How would their adulthood be? It's going to be a disaster waiting to happen. You have enough children. Another key factor in the need of identity, and every young boy wants to feel seen. Every young boy wants to feel respected and accepted. If you teach your child to be accepted at home, if you inculcate good the way you are inculcating in the girls, they don't need the world to make them feel accepted. They don't need to be pressured by social media validation. They don't need to believe, say, if I never buy car for my mama, I never belong. They don't need to feel if I never buy Benz, I never belong. So they are doing all these things. They want to impress you the mom so that you can see that they are men, they are boys. That is not the way it ought to be. You tell your child you are whole, you are powerful, you are unique, you are wanted, you are loved. You don't need validation of the public to feel seen. You don't need validation of the public to feel whole. You don't need what's going on these days. You don't need the so-called unboss with me my new iPhone, unboss with me my new this to feel below. And you see them feeling pressure. You go out there, you ask a 15 years old child, say, me want you make money. How do you want to make the money? How do you want to make the money? These days, even good work and hard work and good source of income is no longer being appreciated. Why? Because we have made the boy child so feel that the only thing that they have to do is provision. And so when they feel hot, when they feel depressed, when they feel down, they don't even know what to do. They hide under the charade of smoking. It makes me high. When I'm up there, I can no longer think. Okay, when the up there finish, it comes down to down here, and the thinking will hit you again. So for them to continue being there, they continue doing the drugs, they continue doing the smoking, they continue doing the drinking, they continue. They are going to continue doing the drinking, they are going to continue doing the smoking, they are going to continue doing the things that will make them feel top, make them feel respected, make them feel high. So how do we curb this thing? And another thing that makes our children is low self-esteem. Some of our parents have so put our children down to an extent that they don't even know who they truly are. They don't even have an identity. They don't know. The only thing they know is I'm a boy and nothing more. Sometimes the kind of attention we give to our girls is not as strong as the one we give to our boys. Now, man, now man, now you go grow now. These days we start telling our boy children, you go grow, you need to take care of your younger ones, they there. You need to take care of them, you need to fend for them, you need to buy them this. So and at the end of the day, these children want to run beyond the boundary. These children want to do anything doable. So they join in the midst of people who has already lost their identity and start doing things that we're not supposed to do. What do they do? Drugs, colos, weed, several things that our teenagers indulging all in the name of feeling belong. So I'm really going to be briefing Ferry for us today, and tomorrow we're going to go strong. Why are our children so involved in drugs these days? What is going on? Parents, let's pause. Mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters, uncles, aunties, let's sit down, breathe, take a pause. What is going on? They just believe some of them have lost their self-esteem, and all they hide in the charade of smoking and drinking. Low self-worth and internal security also play a major role. A boy who does not feel good enough may use drugs to boost his confidence. Temporary feeling of power, courage, and relief from self-doubt, but this is a false strength, one that fades quickly and leaves deeper damage behind. And additionally, environments. This is where I'm coming from. Some people, now my neighbor, now you want to leave your children. The people you are leaving your children with, are they safe space? Do they share the same morale that you share? Do they have the same core value that you have? Before I could leave my child with you, we must have the same belief system. I'm not talking about religion, I'm talking about the same belief. We must think alike a bit. You don't use curse words for my children. It's a no-no for me. I don't care who you are, no matter who you are. You don't do it to my kids. No, I don't agree. It is me. It is my personality. I don't know about others, but it's just what I feel. I don't feel the need to tell a child, are you mad? No. Are you mad is even a question. You they mad? You must be okay. Are you stupid? You're even asking me. You are stupid. You are just telling the child is stupid. You are silly. You are telling the child is silly. You are this. Look at you. Look at your friends. You are nothing to write home about. Your friends are doing well. And you are so carelessly and easy going, throw your children at everybody. I bet me think of this by the corner. I bet me think of child. I had an encounter with a child then. The child said he became addicted to pornography through his neighbor. How old is this child? And smoking. How old is this child? 15. How did he become addicted? My mommy is going to the markets. Stay with my neighbor. Uncle, we are very close now. They eat. If you cook it, they give them. Everybody eats. And oh, please, I'm coming. I will spend 1 hour in the market. And brother now is already an adult. We put pornographic movie, thinking that a child, then he was just 10, does not have the ability to understand really what's going on. And the boy sits and watch every time. While they are watching, they are smoking, and sometimes they are even touching and they are practicing. The boy those things started registering in his mind. Those things started recurring. And when he became 14 in secondary school, he started seeing it as a normal practice. He said he did not start smoking. He started with paper. He will roll it. Because he wanted, at the first, he wanted to know. He said, because when they had finished smoking, the eyes become red and they start talking high. And when they come out, people in the street run and fear them. So he wanted to feel at home. He wanted to feel belong. The brother did not tell him to do it. It was just a harmless message that he was passing across. The brother did not tell him to do it. He just picked up his paper. When his mom is not at home, he will roll the paper, roll it, and take. He started doing it. From rolling it, he wasn't longer getting the feelings that he wanted. He started buying cigarettes at the age of 13, 14. From buying, he graduated to smoking hard ones. And right now, he's not even himself, ending up in a mental home. Why? You leaving your children with people who do not share the same core value with you. Environment matters a lot. People who do not have the same belief system with you. You talk to some people in your region, I beg you, leave that in me. If we not teach her the word, we still teaching. I don't do that. Let me do my parts. I know I played my parts. So who do you leave your children with? Do they share the same belief system with you? Do they have the same core value that you have? Another thing is, if you want to address the issue, we must go beyond condemnation and begin intentional intervention. Boy child teaching that real strength is discipline, self-control, responsibility, and emotional awareness. We must create safe spaces where our boys can speak openly without shame. Fathers and male mentors must show up, not just physically, but emotionally. Communities must celebrate positive masculinity, not destructive behavior. Schools and institutions must integrate character development and mentorship programs. A boy who turns to drug is not just being rebellious. He's often searching for identity, for acceptance, for strength, for relief. If we do not guide them, the world will mislead them. We need to start intentional parenting, not just by the mothers, but by the fathers. They need to step in. They need to do what they have to do to curb these things. If we don't do it, the world is going to do it for us. If we don't do it, the world is going to do it for us. So we need to intentionally parent our children to curb these things for us. Sorry. If we don't do it and we don't address it now, the world is going to help us to address it. And guess how they're going to address it? In a very wrong way. We must create safe space where the boys can speak openly, without shame, without judgments. Just imagine a boy coming to you and saying, I was abused. I was molested. Let's take, for example, 13 years. And you see the man laugh. I beg you, you enjoy and enjoy and leave that thing. They laugh over it because of why? The normal narrative. Now, boy, now. But that boy will go with that mentality and not value women. And they will see them as two. So if we correct our boy children and step in, our girls will be safe. The issue of rape here, rape there, we reduce to drastic, to the barest minimum. We must start curbing the menace that boy child needs to be very strong, very this, very that, to make them feel safe, to make them feel whole, to make them boys. That's not what make them boys. Being strong does not even make you a man. Strong, like, when I mean strong, when you want to define strong, it means emotionally balanced. You know who you are. Your identity is intact. Then you are a strong man. But if you think being strong is, you know, the smile, you are hard up, you're a macho man. When you are coming, your children are running, everybody's running to start. Sorry, if you don't, you are not strong. You are just being hardened. You are just being inaccessible. Not that you're strong. Definition of being strong does not mean you have to take hard drugs. Does not mean you have to do plenty girls. Does not mean you have to buy bands or make money at every giving up, at everything, anything by saying either hook or I hook, I must do this thing. That does not make you a boy. That does not make you a boy child. Being a boy child means you're vulnerable, you are emotional, you are good, you are mentally balanced, you know who you really are, you are not intimidated, you are standing for the truth, you are not putting others and neglecting yourselves. You know what your true identity is. And you know that being a man is not just being payment. You are not an ATM machine. You are human. Taking responsibility is normal, but that is not the only calling that boy children have. There are other things, emotionally, identity, protectiveness, and otherwise. So when these things are missing, our boy children find solace in different things. Drinking, drug abuse. They find solace in that place. It makes them feel among. It makes them belong. It makes them believe the world is in my palm. The world rotates around me. And when I give a command, it's being followed. But that is not the essence of being a boy child. So while we need to curb these things so that those things will start cutting down. When a boy child knows his true identity and know who he really is and who his father has really stepped into it to father him, he will not find solace in drugs. He will not find solace in smoking. He will not find solace in these things. He will find solace in, he will find himself good enough not to damage himself. Our boy children are being shut down. In a world today, we don't hear their voice. If a boy child come on air and said I was being raped, I was being molested, and I can tell you many people will not pursue that case. But when our girl child comes to say it, we can kill the person, which is very okay. But just the way we fight for that girl child, let's fight for the boys. Because my saying, I usually go with this: only a king know the worth of a queen. A slave does not know the worth of a queen. So if we want to, if we are raising queens, we must also raise kings so that our queens will be safe. We cannot give our queens to slaves. We cannot give our queens to people who are not kings. Queens are meant for kings, just the way princes are meant for princes. So if we want our queens, our girls, we call them our queen, to be honored, to be respected, to have peace in their homes, we need to start raising kings. We need to start raising children who do not believe that, I be man, anything I do, I'm right. I can't say sorry for waiting. I cannot cry. Why will I cry when my husband is? Why will I cry when my wife is? Sorry. No, no. And let down. For what? I cannot let them see me at my lowest moment. I must act strong every time. That is why they so bottle up emotion that when some little thing happen, they burst open and the outcome becomes disastrous. Imagine it, put it, just imagine a man who will just hit his wife and hit 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 and hit. to the extent of the woman will finally die. Like you hit and hit and hit and hit and hit and hit without emotions, without feeling remorse, without feeling I am hurting myself as well. And no emotions. They keep hitting, you see injury, you see blood. How do they even do it? Because this voice has been damaged. Their emotions has been ruined. They have thought that being strong, it means physical. Being strong means you have to prove it physically. You have to be hardened. You have to slap. You have to this. You have to that. You have to that. You have to that. Our society has molded them in a very wrong dimension. So we have to start changing that narrative and bringing them to the right narrative. It's gonna be difficult, but with you, with me, and with us, we can do it. We can come together and fix it. We can train our boy children to be kings so that when our queen mix with them, we have a better home. The palace will be beautiful. But when you train your girls with this society, we train our girls for marriage. We not train our boys for marriage. Oh. We don't. Oh. You will see quotation when a man gives a woman gives a man peace. This is like somebody said. It is. I had an argument with somebody online on my WhatsApp WhatsApp today where a mentor program, and the person said sent me a video where a woman was being interviewed by that I think on Instagram. Let me not mention that she was genital mutilation, that she was circumcised because so that she will not be promiscuous. I was like, and I asked the girl, say, okay, sometimes when the boys are being promiscuous, do they not circumcise them? They did. So why is it like that? So the truth is this: when the man do it, they say na normal thing. You will see a man. Did you know they did? So why are they also being promiscuous at some time? That's because it is not about that. It is about knowing who you truly are as a man, knowing you truly as a boy child. So fathers, please step into parenting. Don't leave it for the woman. We're not just an ATM machine. Father is the one that gives identity, protection, provision, identity. When a child identity is lost, it is finished. And the fathers, and we need to start having father figures who are good models. We need to see main models that our children can look up to and say, yes, I want to be like my father. I want to be a better version of my father. Hit your hand in your chest. Will your child see that? When your child see, do they fidget? Hey, my father is coming. When I was growing up, I don't see my father around. Because he was very loving. He showed me what it is to be a father. He's never hostile. I don't think there's any topic in this life that I cannot discuss with my father. My father taught me puberty. My first pad, my father bought it. Taught me what menstruation is all about, how to use pad. I was a girl child. So because of that, I have my identity, the identity was intact. So some people are so depressed. You see your friend, a boy child will see his fellow friend buy iPhone. He's shattered. He's thrown off balance. He's emotionally unstable. He doesn't know what to do anymore. Like, because his identity has been tampered with. His iPhone is supposed to make you go crazy. His gadget is supposed to make you go crazy. Is that supposed? So we have not taught our boys. We have taught our boys that if they don't get money, you will not be man. I didn't say being poor is okay, but having money is okay. But in which way? These days, a lot of kidnap, a lot of ritual case, killing here and there, all for what? Money. Why? Because our boy child want to make us proud. They want to make us smile. Lack of identity. You are in a party, the next thing you see boys. Balungas, you see them inhaling, their kidney problems everywhere. Teenagers smoking all sort of things that why? Because they want to belong. And what is the actual problem? The identity crisis. They don't know who they really are. We have not mentored them. We have not taught them that These things does not make you belong. Let me use the word, clock it. No, let it ring. Smoking, drinking, making money at a very, I go make am. Somebody told me I want fast money. Why do you want fast money? Why do you want fast money? And when you say fast money, I ask them, what do you mean by fast money? What do you want to do to get that fast money? Because I don't understand what they mean by fast money. I don't know where the fast money comes from. Why? Because his identity is misplaced. He believes to be a man, he must make money. To be a man, he must do something, anything by team. He must just do something, whether legit or not legit. I must do it. Why? The identity has been tampered with. The identity has been tampered with. They don't know who they truly are. A boy who turns to drug is not just being rebellious, I will repeat. He is often searching for an identity, and you cannot find your identity in the solace of drugs. You need to start mentoring it, searching for identity, for acceptance, for strength, for relief. If we do not guide them, the world will mislead them. What drugs abuse is not really a problem. The problem is identity crisis. They don't know who they are. We have not taken time to mentor our boys' children. The only mentor we give to them is, you be man, oh, man is strong, oh. Why this boy and boy now you're the cry, you be boy now why you cry, not be boy. No, as a boy, does he not have tear ducts in his eyes? Is he not supposed to cry when he's hot? Is he not supposed to say he's hot? So why do we think when a boy is hot and he say he's hot, we look at him like a sissy? When he's hot, he should say he's hot. When he's down, he should say he's down. But we don't give them room to say they are hot because we are making them men when they are not supposed to be. We are making them feel, no, you not be man. If you be man, if you're a boy does not cry, your boy will don't cry. Hey, come on, keep quiet, you be boy. Are you supposed to be complaining? Excuse me. That is why they are not hiding under. It's just one among the many topics I'm going to be talking about. They are not hiding under drugs. They are hiding under drugs to get themselves high, get themselves among and get themselves to belong because their identity has been tampered with. Their identity has been touched. So, fathers, we need to start mentoring our boy children so that their identity will be intact. A boy child who knows who he truly is and his identity cannot be tampered with. He cannot be swayed by social media validation. It cannot be swayed by unboxing your new iPhone. It cannot be swayed by he needs to belong. You need to beat everybody, bully everybody, and put them under his feet so that they will know say that he be your car. When a child becomes like that, it means the child does not really know who he is. The child has lost his identity, and a damage has been done in the foundation that needs to be corrected. How do we do this thing? We need to start catching them from the age of 0 to 10. We need to start catching them young and changing the narrative so that our generation and our future will be a better one for our guests to live in. If our guests want to live in peace in a world and in the same world, our boys want to treat them right, we need to start curbing the boy child. We need to start training our boy children. Boys do drugs these days. Why? Because I will still repeat, identity crisis. They don't know who they really are. They just find solace in drugs, searching for who their true identity is. And in so doing, they are finding it in the wrong place. Drugs, fast money, social media validation, so they can come online and do anything. They can smoke, and when they smoke, they are high. There are some music I listen according to I've forgotten the lyrics. I don't really when I feel high when my life is there. Like so when it's not on top, it don't high. So when they are high, they are boys. Please, fathers, uncles, aunties, brothers, sisters, let's step into parenting. Let's stop mounting pressure on these boy children. Let's not telling them you be man. No, the only thing men are not ATM machine. They're not just bill payers. The only thing they came to do is not to pay bills. They need to be cared for. They need to be listened to. They need to be heard. They need to express their emotion. And two, they also should be vulnerable. And a boy child should also tell you at a point, I'm tired. I just need to take a break. Do not push them to the brink. You be boy, you can do boy. Some of the boys, our children does not even have a voice to say. We snatch their childhood from them, making them men at a very tender age when they're supposed to be cared for. When a child emotion is balanced, when you grow up, you will know that this child was properly bred by a father who know what it means to keep the identity of their child intact. When a child like identity, so many things are going to go wrong. So many water is going to enter into the foundation. Floods, snakes, everything. When you open your door down, mosquito can enter, cockroach, fly, rat. That's how a child is. When a child is being pressed down and the identity is being tampered with, a lot of things are going to flow in because there is nothing to sway him off. There's nothing does not have a backup. He was not properly trained. He was not properly swayed. So anything that comes in, he accepts it. So parent, it makes me a man. Anything that comes in, it got it look like a sinker. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. This one makes me a man. This one makes me a man. Anything you smoke, you be man, or he does it. You make money, you be man, or he does it. You do this one, he does it. You club, he do it. You do this one, he do it. Why he's searching for who he is? He's searching for identity. So what do? Tackle identity crisis for them. And when we can tackle that, a lot of things is going to be fixed. When a foundation is shaking, the building will not stand, no matter how beautiful that building is. No matter how well beautiful coated, the foundation will not stand. When the foundation has a problem, it will not stand. So when a child foundation has a problem, it is not going to stand. No matter what you now put on top. Imagine you want to build 3 stories. You did not put. You started with bungalow. You started with bungalow building, bungalow foundation. How is it going to say? You want to build 3 stories? You put bungalow for ground. It's not going to stand. That's the way children is. Whatever you pour is what you keep watering it. You keep, as a parent, you keep learning. You unlearn. You reset. You reformat. That's what you do. You keep learning. You keep keeping yourself up to date for the children's sake, so that our generation will be a beautiful one. If we don't tackle our children, our boy child, our girls will not be safe. Sorry to say, our girls will not be safe. I will keep hearing justice for this one, justice for that, because the identity of a man has been tampered with. He may come online and cry and say, I was hot, I was. What did they worry this? What did they worry this one? They say, come on for yeah. Are you not a man? Why are you doing like a girl? Excuse me. So he's not supposed to say he's hot. And that is why there's an emotional outburst. They are so swallowed and 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 swallowed. And it's just like when you give a child a balloon, say blow, it keep blowing and blowing, thinking the elasticity is forever. You keep blowing and blowing and blowing and blowing. It will get to a point the balloon is so tight and tight and tight it will burst. That's how boys that's our main issue. They have gathered and gathered from childhood, gathered and 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 gathered. And when it's time to explode, the explode is like a volcano. A volcano. You blah, like an avalanche. It will pour. If you hear some boy children talk, you will wonder and say, wow, who trained this one? But you see some of our guests, we're manner, we're culture, we're tush, we're this. Why? Because we invest our time, our energy, our emotions on the girl because I want to raise a good girl. Okay. While you're raising a good girl, what happened to the good boy? Want to raise a good boy? I listened to a musician and I respected what he said, Erica. He said one word. He said, when we dey grow, if my sister come on for house, 4 o'clock or 3 o'clock, he never come back. The house go dey shake. What is she doing? I say, but me, when I come on for house, even if I not come back, my man not dey worry because I be boy pikin. He said, but they forget, say, you see these girls where they train, so they will meet us for outside. And when they meet us, we go square them. That word got to me, and it's true. He said because we don't train us, they don't protect us, they don't guide us where they guide them. And when they come meet us, when they wear cultured girl, meet with a boy that is not wear culture, what do you think? Disaster is waiting to happen. That's why you see divorce here and there. Oh no, I cannot cope. No. Because 2 different backgrounds coming together, they has to collaborate. They have to be a barber combination. But no. Because the boy was not properly poured, it was not properly watered. It's just the surface. Go to school. Some parents just believe I get money now. Which university want to go? In fact, these days I will talk about that. Pushing our children to fulfill our long lost dream that we could not fulfill. All in the name of some of our boys, some of our children, some of us wanted to read medicine because we could not. We both just my child will become a doctor. Does he want to become a doctor? That's a topic for another day. But today we're going to be talking about identity crisis. And under it we have drug abuse. When a child lacks identity, they start doing things that they don't know supposed to do. They want to make work at every given opportunity, whatever it takes. So what are we trying to do? We're trying to raise strong boys in a broken world. When I mean raising strong boys, I'm not talking about boys that belong to the or that belong to that. I'm talking about boys who are emotionally sane, who are emotionally balanced, who know what it means to become a boy, who know what it means to be a boy child, who has identity intact, who has been watered and well nurtured, who has been watered and well guided, who has a father figure, a mother figure that has well nurtured them, who the father is present and not just a BPR or ATM machine. Okay, they want pay school fees, so yeah, what if the account is I don't pay. Oh, they want toys, I don't pay. Oh, they want an iPhone, Are you there as a father? Apart from bees, remove the bees. What else do you do? Do you know your child? Do you even know your child friends? Do you know their best subjects? Do you know what they like to eat? Are you present? Or you are just an ATM machine? Are you raising a child or a machine or a robot? Okay, which university you are going? No, no, you're not going to that university. You're going to do some university. Which course? No, 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 that course is not good. Money, not that course. You're going to read this course. No, 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 no. Some of the children are reading courses for our parents. Why some of the children are living our parents' life? That's what they are doing. They're not living their lives. They're living our parents' life. My mother said I should do this. That's why they do those things with. It's not fun. When a child is actually doing what he was called to do, you see the fun in it. He's so happy. A friend told me my child said he wants to become a teacher, and I told the child, I tell my pikin, say, God forbid, the boy, how you go be? What did? Excuse me, what's wrong in being a teacher? Where all of us were taught by our teachers. So being a teacher, what's wrong there? Why don't you teach this child to become a teacher who the world will recognize, who will bring up generations that will change things? But what's your mentality? Where is our mentality on? So you want to become teacher? How much you want make? Money they teaching, what you want to do with teacher? That's the only thing we think about. No, my child will become a medical doctor. That's why so many of us, you tell the doctor you have a headache, they'll give you injection for head. Sorry to say. But at the end of the day, please, fathers, let's father our children. Please, if you have questions, you can share with your friends, come online, put it on the page, and I will answer your questions. Thank you very much. My name is Telamar Sakime. You can post your question on the page and let's talk, let's make it interesting. And I'm an advocate for both child. I want to change the world and make it a better place. I want to make sure that our guests are safe because I will not raise a queen and one guy and one person that is nowhere and I'm not be well breeded or will not mess up with my queen. And I will not raise a king for somebody, for the world to pressure and send to another. That's why we need to tackle the identity. It needs to be intact. When a child's identity is in place, sorry, when the foundation is solid, there are so many things that cannot go in. But when a foundation is shaky, blood can enter. Anything can go in and there can be cracks here and there. And to mend cracks, it means you have to start cracking some place down. And cracking some place down is going to take a whole lot of work. So instead of now destroying a building that was already built, why not start from the foundation? Identity crisis. Fathers, your children need to start seeing you as their mentor. Step into father. Don't just be an ATM machine. Know your children in total. Who's your friend? What do you like? What kind of food do you like? What's your best color? Let's talk. Have a playtime. Oh, if you're not a father that play, but let's do game. Let's do this. Let's do that. He draws them closer to you. It means they feel I'm loved. I'm protected. I'm fight. When they tell you I'm hot, this is so and so happen. Go dig there and fight to the core. I didn't mean physical. I mean get to know the truth. Okay, I need to follow up. My child said he was hurt by this thing. What happened? Have a same discussion with him. Are you going through any pressure? That's why there's so many pressure out there. If you ask, if I'm going to be doing streets evaluation, I'm going to interview boys and I'm going to be posting it here so that you hear some of our boys talk. What's your greatest ambition? What's your greatest difficult? What do you want right now? The boys that will tell you they want car, I'm not sure they will be up to 20. Me, I want make money. Oh. Anything by thing, oh. I want money. Oh. I want make money. The only thing they know, I want make money because they believe it makes them belong. And when they have the money without a foundation, then there's a problem. That's where the problem. That's why you see husband beating wife to death. Some don't even have money, but their identity has already been shaken. A lot of ritual going on there. What kind of investing going on there? For what? Money. Identity crisis. Because if you know who you are, I'm not sure you will kill your fellow person to make money. Think about it. So parents, take a pause. Take a pause. Take a pause. What are we doing? Are we raising our boy children? Our boy children are finding solace in drugs because they have long lost who they really are. So what they want to do is to take solace in the thing that makes them feel belong, make them feel seen, make them feel respected, and make them feel heard. So to do that, they have to do the things that the world does to make them. In a world where everybody's seeing wrong as right, we need to start changing the narrative if we want our guests to be safe in the hands of our boys. We don't want our guests to go out there and come back in one piece. We need to start training our boy child. If we don't train our boy child, sorry, our guests are not going to be safe. And we will keep having a fight for this one, justice for that one, justice for that, justice for this. Tomorrow, same time, 11 p.m., we are going to be talking about another topic. So please, I want to see your question. Are you watching me right now? Are you listening? I just want you to ask questions. Put it on the line. Have you gained one or two? Will you step in as a father? Will you help us shape the next generation to make the world a better place? Will you work on the identity of your children? Because when their identity is being crushed, a lot of things is going to go wrong. Because our boys are under pressure, silent, heavy, and dangerous. A lot of suicide is going on, a lot of depression is going on. And if you dig down to ask, it all boils down to I'm not being heard. They don't listen. All they want is just that. I'm not being heard. I'm not being seen. I can never forget that word Erida said. Say when I come up for her, when my sister leaves the house and not come back, that house will tear down. But when me come up for us as the boy child, nobody cares because I be boy. They say I supposed to take care of myself. Is it supposed to be so? But they forget, say these girls with the guys, so they go jam us for street, they go jam us for school. And when they jam us, we go spoil them. He didn't say anything wrong. He didn't say. He said the plain truth that we are refusing to see. And it's true. He said they believe say I be boy, I'm supposed to take care of myself. Is it supposed to be so? Are they supposed to be able to take care of themselves? Or you are supposed to take care of them and train them so that when they go out there, they make you proud? Are you supposed to keep their dead? Stop telling your children, don't cry, you be man. Stop telling your children, say, let them enjoy their childhood. Say they play. You grow up, may you make money, or your sisters they look up to you. Excuse me, who is not looking up to the sisters? Who is looking up to the sisters? And their men are not making machine. They are not just money making machine. They are money making machine. Word. They're not just money making machine. They're humans. Aside for providing, some men does not have any other thing to offer. So tomorrow we're going to be talking on we are going to be talking on the illusion of quick money. Next day we're going to be talking on the addition to social media validation. I want them to see me on Facebook, see me. I just buy Benz. So last video I watched on that TV, the three guys bought Benz and their age was just very little. What were they doing? They were driving so much that they hit, and that was the end.